Welcome to my backyard. Welcome back everyone to another Minecraft mod showcase, and in this showcase we're going to be checking out the Fossils and Archaeology mod. And this mod basically adds a bunch of fossils that you can use to resurrect dinosaurs and other extinct creatures. So let's go check this out. Also, if you guys have any suggestions for mod showcases I should do in the future, please do let me know down in the comments. Alright, so kicking off here, we have got these guys, which are fossils. Fossils are what you need to make like everything in the mod, so finding these is pretty essential. So to start off with the mod anyway, I would recommend you make this thing, the Dinopedia. The Dinopedia can be crafted using a book and a regular biofossil. Biofossils can be obtained from these things over here and from this machine over here. So we're going to grab the Dinopedia because this will allow us to check any dinosaur and see what they have going on. And okay, so basically, these are all the different types of things you can get from the fossil drop itself. So I'm going to grab this iron pickaxe. I'm also going to grab this, which is Paleontologist 3. Actually, I'll just apply it to the pickaxe. Okay, so I've given this pickaxe Paleontology 3. I'm going to go back to game mode survival. And now, when you mine this now, you have a better chance of getting some of the better drops from this block. So this is basically like fortune for fossils, so you get the better items. These are all the potential drops that you can get from this. So you can get regular bones, which you don't want. You can get biofossils, which you do want. You can get plant fossils, which are a little bit worse than biofossils because they just give you plant, but you still want them. And you can get relic scraps, which are actually very useful. And you can get skull blocks, which you can use too. And also scarab gem, which is quite rare, but you can get that, and it is quite good for taming different dinosaurs later on. So if we mine these here, as you can see, we got a biofossil right there, which is perfect. And now we can use that in this machine over here. So in here, as you can see, we've got a biofossil, plant fossil, and a tar drop. And all of these three items can be used in this over here. So the way you get tar drops, right? So you need tar drops in order to get tar fossils. And tar fossils just allow you to get different types of DNA for different dinosaurs and extinct creatures. Okay, so basically, when you use the plant fossil in a machine, it gives you seeds and spores. So that'll be like any different type of seed in the mod or spores for whatever you want to make with your different plants. You can also use the biofossil to give Mesozoic or Paleozoic or I think Paleozoic is how you say it, DNA. So this will give you like certain types of dinosaurs. You can check the full list on the wiki page. It'll be on the mod page down below. But basically, you can use this to give you any Mesozoic or Paleozoic DNA. And that's like a bunch of different dinosaurs. And then the tar DNA, the tar fossils, gives you any Cenozoic DNA, which is a bunch of other dinosaurs. So you can get different dinosaurs from tar fossils and from biofossils. So you'll have to use a combination of both of them if you want to get like every dinosaur. Okay, so this is the analyzer right here, okay? So this is what you're going to use to actually get your tar fossils, because you can't find tar fossils naturally. You have to get tar drops from tar pits, which I'll show on screen right now. So these tar pits will spawn naturally in the world, and you'll have to kill the slimes, the tar slimes. I'll actually show you what they look like right now. You have to kill one of these guys, and they will drop you some tar drops, and then you can put your tar drops in here, and you can get yourself some tar fossils, hopefully. It's quite a rare chance, actually. You get like a lot more coal and volcanic rock, but you can get a tar fossil as well, and that's what you want. So you want to get a bunch of tar as much as possible, and you can also just collect the tar buckets from the tar pit itself. So you can just right click it with a bucket, it'll give you a tar bucket, and you can just use that. You can click it into your crafting grid, and it'll give you 4 tar drops anyway. So you can just collect a bunch of that and turn it into tar drops, and then put it in here, and that'll give you your tar fossils. So once you have any of these 4 things, you can place them in here into the analyzer. And to craft the analyzer, it's going to be 4 iron ingots, 1 biofossil, and 1 relic scrap, which we found from this. So you're going to need basically a biofossil and a relic scrap from the regular fossil ore over here in order to make the analyzer in the first place. And then there's this stuff, which is permafrost. So permafrost basically is the same, well, very similar to fossil. This type of fossil, but it's just found in it's found underground, I think in ice biomes or something similar to that. And basically, you mine this in order to get certain items as well. So this is just shattered ice, this is frozen meat. There's a few different drops you can get from it. These are the ones that you want anyway. So you want the skull block and the ancient fern spores if possible, because you need this later on. But the rest of it, you kind of don't really need that much. So it's like, whatever. So yeah. There's a lot of bad drops, but you can get some decent things too. So just keep mining it basically, and you should eventually get the things you need. So anyway, yeah, that's permafrost. It's basically just another type of fossil thing, but it doesn't drop any of the regular fossils, so it's not as useful at all. But then there's this over here. So this is the culture vat, right? So this is crafted using 3 iron ingots, 4 glass blocks, 1 tar drop, and 1 water bucket, and that will give you the culture vat. So you can right click this. And inside we've got this little interface. So basically on the left side you're going to put in your DNA, your dinosaur DNA or your extinct creature DNA, and down here you're going to put some bio goo. This is basically the fuel. And the right you will get your finished product where you can hatch your dinosaur or whatever it is from an egg or whatever they come out of in this situation. So these are all the different DNAs, as you can see, and basically bio goo can be made by putting 1 egg, 1 milk bucket, 1 rotten flesh, and 1 wheat into a crafting grid like so, and that will give you your bio goo. It gives you 1 at a time. So you can also use a fossil egg, like a fossilized egg, one of the ones from the mod, and it'll give you 4 at a time. And you can also use the Failurosaurus flesh as well. But you can just use a regular egg too if you want to get your 1 bio goo at a time, which I would recommend because it's just the cheapest option. So yeah, anyway, once you've got your bio goo, you place it in here as fuel, and you got your DNA. So to get DNA, it's going to be, so we're going to get some DNA here. I'm just going to place these 2 fossils in, and hopefully it'll give us out some DNA. Obviously, every time it won't give DNA, but hopefully this one will. Okay, so I'm actually getting kind of unlucky here. Basically, it can either drop you bone meal, or it can drop you like any of these things. So it can drop bone meal, sand, or it can drop any of these DNA. So all these DNA are like different dinosaurs and extinct creatures. So you just want to keep trying, basically. As you can see, I'm just getting sand and bone meal, which is super unlucky. But basically, you want to place these in here, and they have a chance to give you any kind of DNA. So just keep getting as many biofossils as you can and just putting them into the analyzer, and they will eventually, hopefully, give you out some DNA of some kind that you can use to create a dinosaur. The same thing with the tar fossils and the plant fossils. You can get different dinosaur DNA from both of these two, and you can get plant DNA from this one too. So I'm getting super unlucky there, so I'm not actually getting any DNA, but basically this is what you're supposed to be able to get. You can get any of these DNAs from the analyzer once you put your fossils in. And so I'm going to grab the Mosasaurus DNA and Spinosaurus DNA, and I'm going to show you out. Actually, I'll show you the mammoth as well, because this is a bit different. The mammoth works a little bit different to regular creatures, and I'll show you that later on. So this is Mosasaurus. This actually takes a very long time for it to create a new dinosaur, so I'll just kind of like skip the process. So you can tell it's working. Like one of the bio goo will fill up this thing here as fuel, and you can see it's working. It'll very slowly turn the DNA into an egg or an embryo or a sac or whatever it is. So like it's really slow process. I think it's like a 2 or 3 minute process or something in order to get your dinosaur egg or whatever it is. But basically, once that process is complete, you should get a finished product here. So we've got a few eggs. So this is the regular one for dinosaurs anyway. Dinosaurs will usually give you an egg, and then a mammoth will actually give you an embryo out of the culture vat. And then with some different types of creatures, such as like swimming creatures like a shark or whatever, you can get a sac. So this is a Megalodon sac right here. And sacs work the same way as an egg. You just place them down in the water or whatever, and a shark, for example, in the situation will come out of that. With eggs, however, they will take like a minute or 2 to hatch, so just keep an eye out on those. Also, when you do hatch an egg, if you're in the vicinity, it'll be tamed to you most of the time, but some dinosaurs don't tame to you straight away. So now that that's out of the way, we got all the basics done, we can check out some of the dinosaurs. Okay, so this guy here, I'm starting off big. This guy is Tyrannosaurus Rex. You've probably all heard of him. He's like the most famous dinosaur, I would say, and he looks fantastic. So I've already tamed this one, but basically there's kind of a long process to taming them. So I'll show you what it's like to hatch one anyway. So this is what it looks like when you place down an egg. It just sits down, it'll just stay there for a while, and then once it's kind of nearly ready to hatch, it'll start like shaking around and stuff, and you want to be near it when that happens. Now for Tyrannosaurus Rex though, basically you can't actually tame them when they're young. You can only tame them once they're fully grown. So I'll show you the process for a fully grown Tyrannosaurus Rex taming. I have to get a sword to show this actually. Okay, so the way you tame these guys, okay, I'm going to need... Oh, I need to get that thing as well. So, we were talking about earlier how you can get the scarab gem, this thing, out of the fossils, right? And it has a very rare chance to work. So, you actually will need this for taming a Tyrannosaurus Rex. So, I'm going to lower this guy's health, right? And once he gets to about maybe 8 hearts, I think, or 7 hearts... Okay, maybe a bit less. And he will then fall to the ground like this. Now, you don't want to finish him off in this state. You want to get your scarab gem, which we got from the fossil over there, and right-click the Tyrannosaurus. You'll get a bunch of particles, he'll heal to full health, and now he is tamed to you. So you actually own this Tyrannosaurus Rex. He is your pet. And now, you can do a bunch of cool things with these. So I'm going to grab my Dinopedia. We can right-click him. As you can see, age 12, hunger is full, or now it's just after losing 1 hunger. So you can refill his hunger using any of these items over here. So he eats all of this stuff. You can use any of these items. All of these ones are from the mod, but there are some vanilla items he will eat too. So you can see his health, you can see his hunger, you can see that he's a carnivore, so he eats meat. He's an aggressive type of animal. He's a male. Current order is to wander, and I'll show you what that means in a second. Order item is skull stick. So what that means is you can use this thing right here to actually control where he goes. So the skull stick is crafted using 1 stick and 1 skull, which we found from the fossils over there, and the permafrost. You can get a skull from either one of those, and you can use that on this guy. So if you right click him, Tyrannosaurus is staying. Right click him again, Tyrannosaurus is following. So now he will come wherever I go, unless he tries to attack another dinosaur real quick. Okay, maybe don't do that. Come on, follow me. Why are you not following me? Come on, this way. Yeah, there we go. So you can make him either sit, follow, or wander. So I'm going to make him stay right now because I don't really want him to do anything crazy. Okay, here we go. So the egg is actually hatching right now, which is perfect. So it's like a minute or two. Nice one. So you can't actually tame a baby Tyrannosaurus, by the way. If you hatch them, I would recommend keeping them in like a little pen or something when they're first hatched, because you cannot tame them when they're babies. You have to wait till they're grown up and lower their health in order to tame them. So this guy cannot be tamed right now, so I'm just going to keep him in here with this Tyrannosaurus. I'm going to grab this thing over here then, which is the whip. And yeah, okay, so basically you can right-click your Tyrannosaurus with the whip, and you can get on his back and ride him. Oh my god, it's so good. It's so good. So right now, I am riding a Tyrannosaurus Rex, and life is good. Life is very good. And he can also jump a little bit. He's not, obviously, it's like able to jump as much as a horse, but he can still jump a decent amount. So yeah, this is I'm on a T-Rex right now. Like life is so good. Like it's unbelievable. And to craft the whip, actually, it's gonna be 2 sticks and 3 string, and then you can basically use this on a lot of different dinosaurs in order to ride them. So the whip is the way of kind of riding several different dinosaurs. So I'm going to make this guy sit again because he's doing a madness right now. So there we go. Okay, so that was Tyrannosaurus Rex. He is super cool. He's probably one of my favorites, if not my favorite dinosaur in the mod. And next up we've got Ankylosaurus. And to tame Ankylosaurus, you can basically tame him when he hatches. So when he hatches out of an egg, you can then tame him like that. Or you can tame him as an adult. I think these ones can be aggressive, actually. Let me check the Dinopedia here. Temperament is territorial, yeah. So it attacks other mobs that are close, but it won't go out of its way to attack you. I think that's what it means. And you can see this is his diet. He's a herbivore, so he eats a bunch of different like fruits, and he eats bread, actually. He eats cake, and all the different like seeds and stuff from the mod as well. So current order is to wander. Do I have him tamed? I think I have him tamed already. Oh no, he's untamed. Okay, so we can grab a few apples here, right? And we can grab a stick as well. So as you can see, the order item he has is stick. So just a regular stick in Minecraft will do for this. So we have an apple here, and he will come over here because he likes apples, obviously. So we can right click him with the apple. You can hear him eating the food. Okay, so I was just on the wiki. I was wondering why this wouldn't work. Basically, because he's full health right now. I was right clicking him with the apple. He wasn't taming. So I think the only way to do it now is by using a whip. So if I right click him. Yep, there we go. Okay, so now he's tamed to me, I believe. Right? Yeah, now he's tamed to me. Okay, so if you miss the process of them hatching from an egg, you have to hit them with a whip when they're an adult, which is it's kind of cruel, I think. But anyway, and then you can basically have them as your pets. So you will need to use a whip if you want to tame them with certain dinosaurs. It depends, depending on the dinosaur, it will vary. But for the majority of like the passive ones, for example, Triceratops and Ankylosaurus, you will have to use a whip when they're in adult stage in order to get them to be your pet. And you can heal them obviously with your apple as well, or whatever, whatever they eat. So anyway, yeah, that's Ankylosaurus. Next up is Triceratops, and Triceratops looks fantastic. He looks great. He's got his little 3 horns. He's got a little horn, 2 horns there. He looks fantastic. I really like the models in this mod, by the way. They're really, really cool. And this guy will take the exact same as Ankylosaurus over there. So if we go over to him, you can right click him with the Dinopedia. As you can see, he's also territorial. His order item is also a stick, and he also eats all of these things over here. So we can use our apple on him. And yeah, so as you can see, he will not be tamed to me yet. But if I use the whip, he should now be, I think. Oh no, I've hit him maybe twice, 3 times, 4. Wait, four times? Oh, you've tamed this Triceratops. There we go. Okay. Now you're tamed to me. Nice. Yeah, it can take a while. It can definitely take a while. So your whips are definitely needed in this mod if you want to tame some of the dinosaurs. So now I can hop on his back because we got the whip and everything. So look, I look fantastic. I'm on my Triceratops. Life is good. We're having a great time. And then there's also the mammoth, and the mammoth, I need to show you this. Right, so the mammoth is very important. So there's a few mammals in this mod, and they work a bit differently to, oh, it happened already. Interesting. It works a bit differently to the eggs. So I'm gonna grab the mammoth embryo. So you get this the same way as you get like a dinosaur egg or a megalodon sac. You get those from the culture vat over there. The exact same way. The only thing with the embryos though is you need a mob that can actually contain the embryo. So starting off, you're only going to have like a regular cow in Minecraft because these guys don't spawn naturally. You have to make them. So what you want to do is you want to get a cow and right click the cow with the embryo. And now you see a little particle. If we right click the cow with the Dinopedia, it says embryo progress 1% and it says pregnant cow. So, this cow will actually hatch a baby mammoth. Yeah, so the way it works is basically you put the embryo into the cow and then the cow hatches or gives birth to a baby mammoth or whatever mammal you want to make. So, it's kind of interesting like that. But once you have 2 adult mammoths and they have different genders, so this one's female and this one is male. So when this one grows up, you could just breed these 2 together, really. You wouldn't have to do the whole embryo process over again. So, yeah, it's very different for mammals and stuff. So you have to actually have like a cow or like a parent that can give birth to the embryo. So yeah, just keep that in mind. This one actually, the mammoth also takes like apples and stuff because it's a vegetarian. So you can see this is all the stuff here, and you can breed the mammoth with another mammoth using any of the items as well. I meant to say that for the dinosaurs. The same thing goes. You can basically breed any of them using their appropriate items. All right, and over here we've got Pteranodon, and Pteranodon is a flying creature, as we can see. I think they're a dinosaur. Yeah, they're a dinosaur. So this guy will basically, he's a piscivore. I think that's how you say it. Yeah, it's basically you eat fish. That's what that means. I know what it means, but like I don't know how to pronounce it properly. So this guy's also territorial. I've already tamed these ones earlier, but as you can see, they eat just all kinds of fish. Literally any kind of fish in the mod or in the vanilla game, they will eat it. So to order these guys, you need an arrow. So these guys are a bit different. So we're going to grab an arrow from here, and we're just going to grab some fish. So now, if you right click this guy, he is following. He can also wander. So these guys can fly, hence why I built the glass box just to keep them contained. But you can't see this much in here. So I could grab one here and just kind of bring him outside, and I'll just let this guy go free. He looks kind of different. Maybe is that a baby one or something? He looks kind of different. Oh, maybe it's because that's actually a different. This is a male. This might be a female, actually. That could be what that is. Yeah, this is a female. Okay, cool. So the males are like a little bit bigger. They have different coloring, and the females are kind of more of a white coloring and a bit smaller. So yeah. As I said, they can fly, but they just don't always do it. They kind of like to chill on the ground a lot more than they would fly. So yeah. Anyway, so we can use our arrow to make them follow, wander, or stay. And he was kind of trying to fly there, I think, but he just couldn't get off the ground or something. So yeah. That's these guys anyway. They're really, really cool, and they will kind of just hunt. There we go. Yeah, that's more like it. Look at them. Oh, that's majestic as heck right there. That is a beautiful sight. So yeah, that's Pteranodon. Really, really cool. There's a couple of different flying type dinosaurs and stuff in the mod, so do make sure to check it out because there's so many like different diverse. Like I've barely skimmed the surface. I'm going to show you 2 more, but I've barely skimmed the surface with this mod. There's literally so many. I'll show you like roughly how many dinosaurs there are. Okay, so from here, from this egg down to here, is all dinosaurs. These are all unique dinosaurs and like different extinct creatures like mammoths and dodo birds and this kind of thing. So there's so much in this mod. It's really, really cool. Anyway, moving on. Over here we've got Megalodon. We've all heard of Megalodon. If you haven't heard of Megalodon, Megalodon is basically the biggest shark that ever lived. It's like a ridiculously huge creature. Like, this thing would have been like, I think like nearly 10 times the size of a regular great white shark that we have today. It was a ridiculous creature. Like, it was just so big. So the reason it went extinct, people think, is because basically there wasn't enough food for it to eat. Because like, this is an apex predator right here. It would eat literally anything that came across its path, and there just wasn't enough like big creatures for it to eat. It would just probably like make everything else just go out of existence. Yeah, there was probably too many of these guys like feeding on different creatures, and they just couldn't survive, so they just went extinct because there was no food source for them because they just ate it all. So yeah, that's Megalodon. And Megalodon, as I said, is a little bit different to other creatures. So you get a Megalodon sac instead of an egg, so it doesn't actually hatch from an egg itself. You have to right click the ground or like in the water with a sac. So there we go. If you right click there with the sac, a Megalodon will instantly hatch. So it doesn't need to hatch from an egg, or it doesn't need to be an embryo inside a cow or anything like that. It can just hatch from the sac straight away, which is really, really cool. So that's basically how you use the sacs. And then there's also this thing, which is the aquatic scarab gem. So you can craft this using the regular scarab gem and also a Dominican amber, which you'll have to find. I think you have to find it underground even. Or no, you can use a sifter. That's right. So you can make a sifter using sifter. Yeah, this one right here. You can make a sifter using 3 string, 1 iron bar, and 5 planks, like so. 5 of any planks will do. And you can basically put your regular dirt, into the sifter, and there's a 1% chance that you'll get a Dominican amber. But there's a whole bunch of items that you can use, like different types of dirt, basically, and gravel and things like this, you can use to actually sift into your Dominican amber. And there's a 1% chance, so you'll have to do a lot of sifting in order to get it. But once you do get it, you can use it to make the aquatic scarab gem by combining it with the regular scarab gem. And the aquatic one will basically allow you to do the same thing that we did with the T-Rex, so the same taming process, but just with anything in the water that needs it. So, for example, this guy will need the taming process because he's huge and he's a predator, so we're going to lower this guy's health, and I will show you how that works then. So as you can see, he has a lot of health. This guy has like, that's what, that's 80 health. Yeah, he's a lot of health. So you want to do the same thing as you do with the T-Rex, just literally lower his health down to this point, and don't finish him off. He will just kind of flip over in the water like so. Then you want to grab your aquatic scarab, and now right click him, and he is now tamed to you. And we can, what's his thing item again? Oh yeah, he takes a skull stick as well. The same as the Tyrannosaurus, this guy takes the skull stick. I think he's glitched. He's supposed to heal his HP back, but I think he's actually glitched. That's very unfortunate. Wait, let me see. So yeah, obviously it's recommended that you have like a very large body of water if you're gonna make some Megalodon, because they do need a lot of water. They're huge. I didn't have a big space to work with here. So yeah, that's a bit unfortunate. Anyway, so we're gonna do it again to this guy. Hopefully he doesn't glitch. Yeah, he looks fine. Okay, cool. So now this guy should be fine. Yeah, he's aimed to me, and he takes the skull stick. So we can make him stay like so, and he'll just stay in the same little spot like this. Or we can right click him again, and he'll follow us around. So if we go over here, he will come after us, and he'll also teleport. We can right click to make him wander again, and then stay. Okay, so then we can use the whip. Hop on his back. We are now riding on a Megalodon. I don't think he can jump at all, really. No, he can't really. So, oh, wait. Maybe. No, he can't jump. That's unfortunate. Anyway, it's still a Megalodon. I'm very happy. Life is good. This is literally, I'm riding on a Megalodon, dude. Like, imagine being able to say you can ride on a Megalodon. Like, that's crazy. Anyway, so yeah, that's Megalodon. Just basically a huge shark, huge predator. Would literally destroy anything in the water. Really, really cool. So yeah, that's Megalodon. And next up over here, we've got Liplorodon. Liplorodon's actually low in health because I haven't fed him. So let's grab some fish real quick and just heal him back to full. So Liplorodon was basically like this gigantic dinosaur that looks kind of like a crocodile mixed with like a turtle or something like that. It was really, really cool looking. It got those like long jaws and like it's just really cool body. Now, I believe they could get a lot bigger than this. This looks pretty small compared to what I've seen. Like, because I've actually I was obsessed with dinosaurs as a kid. I used to like watch all these like documentaries and stuff on dinosaurs. It was really, really like, I don't know. I just loved dinosaurs. Anyway, so Yeah, like Megalodon was basically like another marine kind of thing, and he would like hunt, and yeah, he's basically a dinosaur in the water. And Megalodon drowned. Megalodon, the shark, drowned. Anyway, so yeah, this is Megalodon. We can tame him using our skull stick and a raw fish, and also we're going to need the whip probably as well, because we didn't hatch him from an egg. He just kind of happened, and I wasn't around when he hatched. So like, yeah. Anyway, you've tamed this Megalodon. Let's go. So now we own this Megalodon. We can basically make him sit. And oh, does he not take? He doesn't take the skull stick. I think he takes a regular stick, right? Let me get the Dinopedia. He takes order item Nautilus shell. Okay, didn't know that. Whoops, my bad. Okay, so this is a Nautilus shell. You can get the Nautilus shell by what's it called? You can get the Nautilus shell by fishing, I believe, or you can kill Nautilus. Nautilus spawn naturally in the world. You can kill them for the Nautilus shells. I think that's how it works. Anyway, so we're going to make this guy stay by right-clicking him once, followed by right-clicking him again, and wander by right-clicking him again. The same thing as every other animal or creature in this mod. So we can also click him with the whip, and as you can see, we can now do our thing on the back of Megalodon, and Megalodon can like go up and down in the water. So he's kind of like he's like a proper like swimmer, but Megalodon kind of like stays near the surface, I think. So yeah, anyway, that's Megalodon. Looks super cool. There's also a much bigger thing called Mosasaurus, so I'm actually going to show you that real quick. Okay, get ready for this, because this is going to be ridiculous. Okay, look at that. He's like oh my god, he's like a Megalodon in steroids, dude. He's huge. Oh my god, he's a magnificent creature. And they can also break blocks on occasion too, so just keep that in mind. He will like mess up your terrain if you spawn him in the wrong place. Anyway, so yeah, that is the Fossils and Archaeology mod. So yeah, that's pretty much what this mod has to offer. There's so many different creatures that I haven't touched on in this mod, so do make sure to go check it out, because like there's so many things that you can do in the mod. It's great for like enhancing vanilla Minecraft, because it's not like super imbalanced. Like you won't find these creatures going around naturally anyway. You'll only find them if you make them yourself, which is so cool. And it's really balanced like that. So yeah. And that will do it for this mod showcase. I would like to thank you so much for watching, and if you would like to check out the mod, there is a link down in the description of the video you can go to, as well as a link to a playlist with all the other mod showcases I've done. If you enjoyed the video, please do drop it a like to show some love. Also, if you are new to the channel, I would really appreciate it if you would subscribe and turn on notifications. That'd be amazing. Thank you again so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Take care.